Hey, O'Connor, how about another blanket? It's freezing in here. Down the heck. Hey, O'Connor! I was just, you know, grabbing some fresh air. What the hell? I'm giving up!
Time to atone for your sins, Harris.
Jesus. What do you freaks want?
In this sacred grove, we summon the spirit of our ancient fathers.
This has got to be a joke.
Forgive us for closing our hearts and minds to your teachings. Gods of thunder and the oak, hear our cries.
Hold on now!
End our suffering.
Hey! What are you doing? Get me the hell out of here! Hey! This is going too far! Ah! This is insane! You people are crazy! Ah! 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 For God's sake! Someone's gonna get me out of here! Somebody help me! Ah! 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 Ah!
In 1564, Nostradamus predicted the destruction of Earth in 3 terrifying waves. The first wave is here. My name is Cade Foster. These are my journals. They killed my wife, framed me for murder. Now I run, but I don't hide. With the prophecies of Nostradamus as my guide, I seek them, I hunt them. I will stop the first wave. Quatrain 64, Century 8. The Slayer flees to the shadow of Olympus, where a mother's tears wash away ties to Rome. The Olympus that Nostradamus foresaw could be Olympia, Washington. That's where Glenn Harris, a convicted mass murderer, escaped from police custody 3 weeks ago. If Harris is the Slayer from the Quatrain, then the shadow of Olympia should lie just to the east, a small town called Athlone. That's where I hope a mass murderer will lead me to aliens. Coming down out there.
What can I do for you?
You know anything about this man? Glenn Harris.
No, just what I read in the paper. Got a badge?
Not a cop. Name's Craig Wilson. I'm looking to claim the reward for his capture.
Bounty hunter, huh? Well, I'll tell you what I told the county sheriff. Ain't seen Glenn Harris.
I guess a hardcore criminal like that stand out in a small town like this.
You got that right. Only carjacking around here is the occasional flat tire.
Well, I guess you don't have very much use for this lockup then.
Well, old man Johnson sleeps it off in there now and again.
Looks like he was here recently.
Last night, as a matter of fact.
Last night. Tuesday night, a heavy drinking night?
In this town it is. Our roots run deep into the Emerald Isle.
I had a bit of Irish blood myself.
Uh-huh. Well, if you don't mind now, I got some paperwork to deal with. Good luck in your search. I guess Harris made his way down to Tacoma, maybe Portland. Easy to get lost in a big city.
I suppose so. Just the same, I think I'll ask around town a bit before I leave.
Craig. We're friends here, right? I've been friendly with you.
Yeah, sure.
Athlone's a quiet town. I do my best to keep it that way. I won't stand for a cowboy bounty hunter scaring people up here.
Sheriff, if there's even a remote possibility that Glenn Harris is in your town, people should be scared. He's a mass murderer. Or didn't you read that in your paper? How you doing?
Hi, what can I get you?
I'll have a glass of lager, please. Some nice weather you got here. Damn! Something I said?
Rainy season makes folks grouchy.
You should really tell me your name.
Why is that?
Well, I think I'm supposed to kiss you. Isn't that mistletoe?
Glynis McDougal. Will you settle for a handshake?
You insist on breaking with tradition? Craig Wilson.
So what are you doing in town? We don't have many tourists here.
I'm looking for this man. You seen him?
No, I haven't seen him. I remember that face.
Glenn Harris. Murdered a family in cold blood. Killed a husband, wife, 2 young kids. Wanted for multiple murders in 2 separate counties.
Sounds like a monster.
Yeah.
You a cop or something?
Bounty hunter. It's a huge reward for Harris's capture. As a matter of fact, if there's anyone here who could help me find him.
I've seen him.
Yeah, where?
Oh, come on, Kieran. Oh, this is him.
Hey, that's it.
The killer. I want my reward.
Enough fun games.
Leave me alone, Kieran.
Don't mind Kieran. He doesn't meet many out-of-towners.
The gentleman's drink is on me.
I don't meet many strangers myself.
Ryan McDougal. Glynis here is my niece. May I?
Help yourself.
I looked down in Tacoma, Portland. It's easy to get lost in a big city.
Funny? That's exactly what the sheriff suggested.
Well, he knows best. You enjoy your drink. Careful on the roads when you leave town.
Well, I don't know. You got a pretty peaceful town here. I could use some R&R.
You've already seen all the sights.
I think I'll stick around anyway. I rented a room up at Holly's Inn.
Hey, Glynis. Let me buy my boy some whiskey. Make up for my bad behavior.
It's okay, I'm fine, thanks.
Where we come from, a man offers to buy you a drink, you don't refuse it.
I'm all right. We all have a good night.
Think I'll buy one, too.
Well, all right then.
Hello? Hello? Anybody there?
How'd you get this number? You with a government agency?
Identify yourself. I can trace you. I'll find you. Look, I know people.
Hello? Hello?
Can I get you something, Garth? Garth,
It just keeps ripping.
why don't you move down a few seats?
It won't stop.
I know. Come on, let's go. Just a few seats. There we go.
You suppose he's a bounty hunter?
Don't know. Got a fingerprint off the door handle at the station. Running a background check.
Doesn't add up. We tell him we haven't seen Harris. He says he's gonna stick around town for a vacation.
Could lock him up for vagrancy.
Not yet. Maybe we should give him a reason to leave town.
Have your boys from the mill rough him up.
No, Ryan.
Why do you care what happens to him?
I don't. It's just we're supposed to be dedicated to our principles.
You're still young. You don't know all the traditions.
Tomorrow. Nothing too rough. Just put a scare in him.
Hold on. Hold on, I'm coming.
Hi. Can I talk to you?
I was hoping somebody would.
I'm Fergus Mackay.
Fergus. Why does everyone act like I'm a social disease in this town?
Because you are to them. You don't like outsiders.
And why is that?
Oh, there's a lot of history here. I came here myself a year ago for a job at the lumber mill. And you can see how they still treat me.
So why do you put up with it?
They're muscleheads, and I'm used to it.
Well, you can leave.
Not if I want the work. See, the environmental agency's closing down lumber mills right across the state, and I need the money. Were you serious about splitting the reward if someone helps you find that killer?
If it leads to his arrest, yeah.
'Cause I saw him.
When?
Maybe 2 weeks ago at the general store. He was stocking up on camping equipment and cold weather gear.
I went to the general store. Now, I might still be drunk, but I remember the store owner saying he didn't see Harris.
That's his mistake. I'm sure it was him.
You lying to me, Fergus?
Fine. Don't believe me. You can suit yourself. Do you mind getting out of my way?
Who sent you here? Who sent you here, Fergus? Who sent you here?
Gary!
I counted 21 notches in the town jail. Harris has been missing for 3 weeks. Now, he was here, wasn't he?
They'll know I told you.
Listen, you can take your chances with them, or you can take your chances with the state police. Your choice.
What you're looking for is in the woods.
Where in the woods?
It's a trailhead at the south end of town. There's an idol. Now that's all I'm saying.
Also known as drualis, or druid's weed, was cut from a sacred oak as an antidote to all poisons. Foster?
Oh, sorry, Eddie, I got a hangover.
You know, you really shouldn't drink on the job, dude.
Thanks for the tip. You mentioned druids, all Celtic religion, right?
Well, that's a romantic way of looking at it. Some scholars believe that druids were part of a pagan cult that practiced ritual human sacrifice.
Wild guess, they burn their victims.
Alive. A giant man of straw and wood. Mistletoe?
Idols, stone circled, a crispy critter in the coals. Based on the facts, I say you stepped right into Druid Central.
Second half of the quatrain mentioned something about sacrifice, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Fear extracts vain sacrifice until the raging pyre of the deluge is quenched.
Let's assume you're right. And that skull I found belonged to Harris. Why would they sacrifice him, Eddie?
Human sacrifice was used as a last resort
When the community was in danger, like when a drought threatened the crops.
There's no danger of drought in this town. Damn rain hasn't stopped in 24 hours.
Maybe the ritual worked.
Ah, we're missing something. What do druids have to do with aliens?
Maybe the Gua's behind the cult. Start a new fad, bring back human sacrifice.
Well, if that's the case, all the Gua did was save the taxpayers $1 million or so it would take to strap Harris into old Sparky. No, there's gotta be more. I'm gonna keep canvassing the town, Eddie. There's a lumber mill all these guys work at.
Let me know what you find out.
Hey! Let you guys out of your cage.
Leave this town, or next time we won't be so polite.
I heard what happened.
News travels fast.
I came to see if you're okay.
Athlone really knows how to roll out the red carpet.
I was afraid something like this was gonna happen. You should have left when they asked.
I'm not going anywhere until I find out what happened to Glenn Harris.
You're wasting your time. Glenn Harris is not hiding in Athlone.
I know that. I found what was left of his body in the woods. The idols, Harris's charred bones. Now, I'm sure a forensics expert could prove it was him.
You are a cop.
No, I'm not. But if I don't get some answers, I'm gonna bring the state police into this. I think Harris was sacrificed in a druid ritual. Why? What will drive these people to execute a man? What's this town hiding?
I can't talk about this. Take my advice. Leave town.
You've been quiet?
Ryan? The bounty hunter? He knows.
Damn our stupidity for getting us into this mess.
What if he calls the police, Ryan? What line are we gonna cross next?
We've crossed no lines. We're doing what our ancestors would have done to save this town. Where our parents are buried and their parents before them.
The plague's still with us. The sacrifice, it's done nothing.
We tried to appease the gods by offering up a criminal. But maybe our sins are too great.
What are you saying, Ryan?
When the supply of prisoners ran out, the Celts chose one of their own, an innocent. It was considered a great honor.
We can't.
Why not? We're just going back to the old ways, the tried and true ways. Our troubles started when we turned our backs on what was passed down to us. Another sacrifice is the only way to redeem ourselves. That was the way of our ancestors. That will be our way now.
We abandoned what we believed. For that, we must pay. The first sacrifice did not appease the gods. We must offer another. This time, we must choose someone pure of heart. Will only the chaste step forward? The one who chooses the burnt bread shall take the petition of our people directly before the gods. Come forward. Who holds the honor? It is decided. Glynis is the chosen one. In her death, we shall find life. Let her sacrifice end the plague.
In the 14th century, our clan was almost wiped out by the Black Death. One of your ancestors went willingly to the altar to offer his life. The plague spared our family.
I know the story, Ryan.
I'm so sorry, Glynis. If there was another alternative, I'd take it.
I know. There's nothing we can do now. The gods have chosen.
May your soul find peace in the other world.
Club's closed. Come back tomorrow.
I thought maybe we could talk. What are you doing there?
My ancestors tied candles to the trees in the cold of the winter. They believed the warmth and light on the branches would bring back the sun.
Sounds like a beautiful tradition. Unlike human sacrifice. I was in the woods tonight, Glynis. I know what they want you to do.
I'm not afraid. As druids, we teach the philosophy of reincarnation, immortality of the soul.
What's the plague, Glynis?
When the soul dies on Earth, it's reborn into another world. That's why we mourn the birth and death of a family member.
Tell me what the plague is.
At birth, we mourn for the death of their soul.
Glynis, what's the plague in Athlone?
The rain, of course.
The rain. How long has it been raining?
2 years.
2 years.
Those of us that haven't been driven out by it would rather die than leave the home of our ancestors.
It's an experiment.
What is?
The rain. I know who's behind it. And it isn't punishment from the gods, far from it.
You don't understand.
No, honestly, this time I can say that you don't understand. When's the ritual? When's the ritual, Glynis?
Tomorrow night.
I'm not gonna let you go through with it. I'm gonna find out what's behind the rain.
This doesn't make sense. I'm looking at the national weather map now. It shows no rain in the area.
If the Gua are behind it, they could control the weather. Use it as a tactical advantage. Flood our cities, Eddie.
Well, water torture was also used as an effective method of breaking the will of trained soldiers.
Well, it certainly worked here. The locals are broken, depressed, irrational.
Sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is sad.
No. SAD, seasonal affective disorder. In regions where the sun don't shine for long periods of time, suicide rate goes off the chart.
Question is, how are the Gua doing it?
In the 80s, the government conducted rainmaker experiments in New Mexico, using toxic effluents to encourage cloud formation.
Effluents?
Pollutants, industrial refuse, discharged into the environment.
But for the rains to continue for 2 years straight, somebody must be feeding those flames daily with a chemical agent.
I find out who, I find my alien.
Oh, it's you. Trying to rough me up some more, just like everybody else here? Pick on a skinny guy?
Relax, Fergus. I need some more information. Who's responsible for the furnace of the mill?
What do you mean?
Who tends to fire there?
It doesn't work that way. Lumber scraps go in on the conveyor belt. Everything goes in on there.
You ever seen anything other than lumber go in there? Chemicals, maybe?
Oh, man, by the time you're through with me, I'm gonna be out of a job and a home.
Well, come on, Fergus. You can't agree with what's going on here. Otherwise, you wouldn't have tipped me off to the body.
Okay. Once, maybe 6 months ago, I came to work early, before sunrise. And I saw someone by the fire wearing his ritual mask.
Which one?
The wolf. He was pouring something into the fire, something out of a white plastic bottle.
Who wears the wolf mask?
I don't know. Only Ryan speaks at the meetings, and he's the bear. But the others, I don't know what masks they wear. Now, can I go, please?
That load of 4x4s ready for delivery at 6, and then you can go over and load those last 2 boxcars.
find mate? Let's go. You and me.
I know what you are. You can fool these people, but you can't fool me.
You gonna talk or fight, huh?
Get in here, fellas. Get in here. Come on, here, kick his ass. You're gonna take that, are you?
What's going on here? You were warned. You should have listened.
The gods are making it rain. I can prove it. Look at Kieran's locker.
Enough out of you. Call Sheriff O'Connor.
Kieran's sitting in the clouds. Look at his locker.
How I can take out of you. Now close your mouth, or I'll have one of these men close it for you.
You're under arrest.
I didn't start the fight, Sheriff.
For the murder of your wife. Results of his background check.
You killed your wife.
I was framed.
Cade here is a murderer.
Glennis?
I came to talk to the prisoner.
I don't know. I don't think that's such a good idea, Glennis.
I'm not asking for your opinion.
Does Ryan know you're here?
Sheriff, I need to know for myself if this man is guilty of murder. Now, you can let me talk to him, or I can call the state police.
Suit yourself.
Did they hurt you?
Not yet.
Are you the man they're saying you are?
I'm Cade Foster. But I didn't kill my wife or those other people. I was framed by the same group responsible for the plague on Athlone.
They said you accused Kieran of making it rain.
Kieran's part of it.
Kieran has his faults, but I grew up with him. You're a stranger. You already lied to me about who you are. Why should I believe you?
Because I didn't leave town, Glennis. I stayed here to protect you while the rest of the people here were willing to let you die.
They care about me.
They care so much about you, they were gonna burn you alive.
That's the way of our ancestors.
Well, your ancestors were wrong, Glennis. If you love someone, you don't sacrifice them. You sacrifice everything to protect them.
Why'd you have to come to this town?
Glennis! What the hell are you doing talking to this man? He's a cold-blooded killer.
And what are we, Ryan?
Glennis! You'll pay for this. Tonight. How do we do it?
Same as before. We wait till he's asleep and I unlock the cell door.
I pray to the gods it works this time.
What if Cade's right? What if Kieran put something in the fire to make it rain?
Ridiculous. Kieran's as simple as an ox.
Big as one too, huh?
Shouldn't we check Kieran's locker before killing a man?
I think it's time for you to check on our prisoner. I need to get this over with and restore peace in our town.
cell keys are in the desk.
Stop right there!
If you put the fire out, the rain will stop! Let me prove it!
My great-grandfather lit this furnace himself the day the mill was opened. The smoke it sends to the gods contains the souls of the trees harvested by the people. No man shall extinguish the sacred fire.
And the rain will continue! Kieran knows! The proof's in his locker! He's been fooling all of you!
No more talk. The time has come. Take him to the sacred circle.
Wait! What about right here? Into the furnace!
You try to extinguish the sacred flame. Maybe it is fitting that the flames extinguish you. We offer this sacrifice to stop the deluge!
Slaughtering me won't stop the rain! Listen to me, I can help you! What the hell's the matter with you people? You're all insane!
Gods of thunder and the oak, hear our cries! Stop our suffering!
Wait! Stop! Stop! I found these in Kieran's locker. They're chemicals, just like Cade said.
Release him! Kieran, have you put chemicals in the furnace?
Yeah, but it's not how it looks. These chemicals help the fire burn cleaner.
Why, Kieran?
To keep the environmental agencies off our backs so they don't shut us down like all the other mills. Fergus knew you wouldn't understand. He told me not to tell. And Fergus is responsible! Not Kieran!
Remove your masks. Unmask him!
Okay. What is this? Gang up on the skinny guy again? When are you guys gonna lay off me?
You're the only newcomer left in this town, Fergus.
Why didn't you leave with the rest?
Yeah, Fergus. Whose side are you on, Fergus?
Yeah, man.
Where are you going?
Start the conveyor. We let the chemicals extinguish the fire, the rain will stop.
I'd forgot what the sun was like.
We'll get used to it.
We almost made you our scapegoat.
Hey, you went yourselves. People have an amazing ability to bounce back.
It'll take me a little longer to get used to what we turned into.
But don't be too hard on yourself. You came through. You saved my life.
Why do you suppose Fergus told you about the chemicals in Kieran's lockers?
I think he figured out that I knew. So he tried to frame Kieran. Let's hope the next time things get rough around here, they don't let their superstitions get the better of them.
Don't be too sure. After he left last night, they decided Fergus was a magician, practicing ancient black arts. They believe his sacrifice stopped the rain.
And what do you believe?
Aliens or magicians? I'd rather not choose. May the road rise up to greet you.
And may the sun always warm your back. I got a bit Irish in me. The people of Athlone were willing to make a sacrifice, but it was the wrong sacrifice. It was a sacrifice out of fear. Early civilizations created rituals to calm their fear of the unknown. Helpless against the wrath of Mother Nature, ritual was their way of giving order to an arbitrary world. For us to survive, for us to avoid sacrificing what makes us human, we must control our fears. Because the sun may be shining in Athlone, but it's only the calm before the coming storm.